Rain pounds against the tent. Outside, a crowd of undead presses in. Someone slams on the door, begging to be let in. He shouts his name, Zhang Heng. Inside, everyone hides. 3 guys brace the door. One asks what they're supposed to do. A blonde girl yells at them to open it. Zhang Heng is their classmate. They can't abandon him. She's the class representative. If anything happens, she'll take responsibility. Leaving him out there is the same as killing him. One of the guys argues he's probably already been bitten. She doesn't back down. The guy grits his teeth, turns to Yobei and says he'll open the door. Yobei should shut it the seconds. Zhang gets in. He starts counting before Yobei can answer. Everyone tenses. 3. He twists the knob and Yobei gets shoved by the guy beside him who's already turned. The room erupts. The protagonist shouts that Yobei's infected. The blonde tries to run. People scream. The protagonist throws up his arm to block a bite. Teeth sink in. Pain tears through him. Memories flood his mind. That day, he lost his arm. The creatures swarmed in. The city fell. The world ended. A hooded man asks if he's certain. A doctor watches. There are only 2 choices left. They press the button. He's back. The moment before the door opens. After surviving an entire apocalypse with 1 arm, he's returned to the beginning. Outside, Zhang pounds on the door again. The blonde Ruoxi demands they open it. She's still the representative. She won't abandon her classmates. Yebei stares at her. She looks younger. She snaps at them. Are they deaf? If they don't open the door, they're killing him. Yebei feels it settle in. His plan worked. He's back to change everything. He calls out to her. What if Zhang's been bitten? How will she handle that? She says no one saw him get bitten. There's no proof. And as representative, she'll take full responsibility. Yebei smiles. Fine. Then she can open the door herself. Ruoxi freezes. The other girls stare at him. She shouts that he's not a real man, making a woman do it. He fires back. Easy to preach when you're not risking anything. In the end, she's just a hypocrite. She screams at him to shut up, says she's not afraid, calls them cowards, tells them to move. She grabs the knob and turns it. The door flies open. Zhang Heng crashes in, already transformed. Chaos explodes again. The door slams to the floor. Ruoxi scrambles up and finds the infected Zhang Heng inches from her face. He lunges. Everyone bolts. Ruoxi grabs the guy beside her, trembling. Then she shoves him forward, yelling at him to protect her. A foot slams into her ribs. Yebei. He kicks her straight toward Zhang Heng. The zombie grabs her by the waist, teeth snapping for her ear. Someone drives a screwdriver into its head. The skull bursts. Blood sprays everywhere. Yebei watches with a thin, cold smile. Ruoxi tumbles outside, still tangled with the corpse. She looks up at Yebei, begging him to save her. He remembers his past life, how she ruined him. He picks up the fallen door. She asks what he's doing. He swings it shut, locks her outside. Then he turns to the others. Why weren't you closing the door? Panicked, the group decides to block the door. They drag over furniture, boxes, ladders, anything they can find, and pile it high. Outside, Ruoxi keeps pounding, demanding to know what they're doing. She begs for help, shouting that she's the class representative and can't be treated like this. No one moves to help her. The others just keep stacking the barricade. Yebei watches in silence. Time passes. The rain stops. Eventually they realize they can't hear Ruoxi anymore. Now the room feels different. Everyone's afraid of Yebei. He used to be the kind one, so why does he feel like a stranger? He glances around. The girls are crying. The guys avoid his eyes. Why do you all look scared of me? He asks. They quickly deny it. The blonde boy thanks him instead. If Yebei hadn't kicked Ruoxi, he would have been shoved out as bait. The mood shifts. People start saying Ruoxi was selfish, filthy. She would have sacrificed anyone to save herself. Yebei smiles faintly. If you're all so brave, he says, let's open the door. I want to take a look outside. They hesitate. Why would he go out there? He shrugs. Maybe kicking her was too much. He just wants to see how she's doing. They protest. There are zombies everywhere. Yebei snaps, telling them to move. Shaken, they clear the barricade and pull the door open. He steps out onto the grass. Morning light spills over the field. No sign of Ruoxi. No Zhang Heng. No zombies. Behind him, the door slams shut. From inside, they shout that they can't let a crazy murderer back in. He'll kill them all. Yebei doesn't even turn around. He walks calmly across the field. Inside, they whisper that he's lost his mind. Then the blonde boy stiffens. A female zombie stands directly in front of Yebei. He keeps walking toward her. She notices him. He smiles and tightens his grip on his tool. Suddenly, he charges. The zombie barely reacts before he caves in her skull. He doesn't stop. He drives her into the ground. Inside, they're convinced now. He's insane. But Yebei is breathing hard. Even for him, that took effort. He crouches by the corpse and digs something out, a small pearl-like object. He smiles. An energy stone, the source of the apocalypse, and the key to surviving it. A footstep sounds behind him. He turns. An old zombie lurches closer. Yebei grabs his tool and rushes it. Moments later, it's down too. Inside, one girl nearly throws up. The blonde boy can't understand it. This is the same coward he knew. How did he change so completely? Whispers spread. He must be pretending. No one transforms like that overnight. One boy suggests letting him back in. He's strong, he can kill zombies. Others refuse. He's a lunatic. He might kill them next. Suddenly the window shatters. Yebei peers in. You guys still in there? He grins. Come out. Killing zombies is pretty fun. They tremble, then someone screams. There's something behind him. A zombie lunges. Yabe doesn't panic. He glances back, lifts his foot and kicks it square in the chest. He grips the tool again and smashes the zombie's jaw. It drops. Another body hits the ground. The group watches from inside, frozen. Yabe wipes blood off his face. No one says a word. He notices them staring. No idea if this stuff infects you, he says. I wanted to stick with you guys, but it's too risky. I don't want to hurt anyone. Then he turns to leave. Hope you all make it. They wonder if he's really walking away. He crosses campus alone, climbs the stairs. This is how it started. Day 1, half the population infected. Government, economy, society gone. Creatures multiply. Fear spreads faster. Professor Zainhan called it the Dark Era. In his last life, he cut off his own arm to survive that first day. 15 years of hunger and torture followed until he met the mechanic, the man who sent him back. Now he walks calmly through empty streets. People peek from hiding. Some think he's fearless. Others say if he's out alone, he must be dangerous. He ignores them and heads toward a park. Zombies stand scattered across it, motionless. They don't react until he turns his back. Then they charge. Someone watching shouts that the kid's dead. An old man mutters, "It's insane to look for food in a world like this." Yabe just smiles. One swing, skull crushed. Another down. A hard slam finishes the third. The onlookers can't believe it. Where did he get that nerve? Behind a curtain, a girl watches too. Sooner or later, I'll kill that bastard, she mutters. After 3 kills, Yabe's breathing hard. Then he hears wings, birds scattering. 3 more zombies close in. Too many. One crawls toward him. He bolts. The earlier noise must have drawn a horde. From another house, someone scoffs that the kid's running straight at them. Yabe spots a convenience store and pounds on the door. He looks into the camera. "Open up. I'm being chased." An old man inside calls it ridiculous. No one would open the door for some random kid. The gate starts rising anyway. A zombie rounds the corner. It leaps. He cracks its head midair. An old woman staggers in next. He drops her too. He dives under the half-open gate and rolls inside. The zombies slam against the door, but he's safe for now. And the place is stacked. Supplies everywhere. A solid base. Behind a computer desk, a little girl watches him. Next door, inside a nightclub, Spank watches through binoculars. Says the kid's killing everything. The Mohawk guy tells Brother Centipede a student just wiped out 6 zombies alone. Brother Centipede laughs. Women draped around him. Then they're weaker than I thought. If a student can handle it, we'll have no trouble. Back in the store, Yabe smiles. He looks at the counter. "Come out, I've already seen you. And hand over the key so I can lock up." Silence. He sighs, groans, clutches his arm. "My wound's bad. I might not make it." A girl steps out from behind the counter and tosses him some medicine. He grabs her wrist. "For God's sake, don't turn this into a romance. She looks like someone's kid." Yabe tells her to hand over the remote, promising he won't do anything. She asks what remote, though it's clearly in her hand. He steps forward and snatches it. She bolts, hiding behind the counter, eyes locked on him. He kicks a shelf, making her flinch, calls her stupid for believing he was injured. Time passes. Rain starts pouring outside. He lies on the bed, drained. The little girl carefully tends to his amputated arm. The pain is brutal, but he endures it. After a while, she says she's done. He thanks her for saving him. She closes the first aid kit and explains it's too dangerous outside. Her father told her to stay in the store. He can rest here. She'll bring food later. She leaves. He thinks she's too kind. Out of every door he knocked on, she's the only one who let him in. Without her, he'd be dead. Then he hears her voice at the front asking what some men are doing. That jolts him upright. A group stands outside the store. Centipede thanks her for opening the door for his friends. Nervous, she asks if they just want food. He grins. Yes, and now everything here belongs to him. She says her father will be back soon. They laugh. Her father's already been used as zombie bait. Now that she's alone, they can play a game. Yabe stands in the shadows, listening as they kill her. They loot the food, dump her body, and call her an idiot. That was his past life. This time he won't let it happen. First, she needs to understand how cruel this world is, even if she ends up hating him. She knocks on his door. He immediately snaps, asking why she's bothering him. She apologizes. She washed his clothes. They were filthy. He gets even angrier at her kindness, tells her to throw them away and leave. Embarrassed, she agrees. He thinks to himself, with a personality like that, she won't survive long. Still, the hot shower feels incredible. In the future, water will be contaminated. Moments like this won't exist. He finishes bathing. The store has plenty of food and clean water, for now. Next step, equipment and weapons. He studies himself in the mirror. Being young again feels amazing. No back pain, no burning legs. Youth is a gift. Only downside, his abs are gone. He opens the door and finds she's left a suit for him. He shouts, asking how he's supposed to fight zombies dressed like that. At the nightclub, Centipede gathers his crew. The convenience store has food and liquor, but it won't last. Plan is simple. Clear the zombies out front, then take everything. And there's a cute little girl inside. Easy job. He orders his men to start killing so they can rob the place. Outside the store, zombies keep slamming against the entrance. Inside, Yabe calls the girl over. "Stop being naive. I need to ask you something. Why is she alone? Where's her family?" She says her father went to gather supplies and hasn't returned. Yabe slams the table. "Are you stupid? Letting a stranger in like that? What if I wanted to hurt you? How would you stop me? Terrified, she says he was wounded and covered in blood. She couldn't just let him die. He shouts again. Didn't she see the creatures chasing him? With a personality like hers, she'd only slow him down. It would be easier to kill her and remove the burden. But being alone is boring. From now on, she follows his orders. Every word, or he'll kill her on the spot. The nightclub crew moves toward the zombies, or rather, the zombies move toward them. They start out bold. Then the first man gets torn apart. Confidence evaporates. They wonder if these creatures are different from the ones that student killed. Centipede snarls at them to charge, or he'll kill them himself. One guy bolts, shouting that dying to zombies is better than dying by Centipede's hand. Centipede grabs him by the hair and hurls him straight into the horde. Wish granted. The man screams, asking how he could do that, and then he's devoured. The rest scramble to finish off the nearby zombies, but more keep coming. Centipede realizes there are too many. The horde they stirred up won't stop. They have to run. Back at the convenience store, it's quiet. The little girl brings Yahello a bowl of ramen. She made it for him. She also brings the hot water he asked for. He tells her to leave. She's done enough. Unless he calls her, she's not to enter his room. She nods and shuts the door. He prepares the noodles and eats immediately. He's starving. One bite and he grins. It's good. Outside, Centipede dangles from the store entrance, clinging to avoid the zombies below. Yahello steps forward with the bottle of hot water. Centipede demands to know what he's doing. Yahello unscrews the cap and pours it over his hand. Skin reddens instantly. Blisters rise. Centipede howls but doesn't dare let go. He'd fall straight into the horde, begging for help while threatening to kill someone. Yahello says, "Idiot." Then someone tugs his sleeve. The little girl. She tells him to stop. Let the man in. Don't hurt him. Yahello stiffens. He told her not to come upstairs. She insists. Her father always said not to harm others. He studies her for a moment. You're not afraid he'll come in and kill you? Centipede swears he wouldn't. He's just starving. Surrounded. He has nowhere else to go. The streets are full of zombies. Yahello clicks his tongue. He had planned to kick him loose and let the horde finish the job. His eyes land on a box cutter on the table. They let Centipede inside. He thanks the girl sweetly, then announces that now this is his territory. Anyone who disobeys dies. The girl realizes her mistake. At the nightclub chaos, the survivors barricade the door as zombies slam against it. A bald man curses Centipede for dragging them into this mess. The girls scream. The wooden door won't hold much longer. The bald man calls for help blocking it, but as he looks at them, he thinks about running instead. Better they die than him. Back in the store, Centipede faces Yahello. He tells the girl she's cute but stupid if she thinks he wouldn't kill. Still, since she let him in, he'll give her a chance. She can become his slave. Then he turns to Yahello. First, he'll deal with the bastard who scalded his hand. He plans to make him suffer. Yahello says nothing. The box cutter rests in his grip. The girl pleads. Her family owns this store. There's chocolate downstairs. Snacks, enough food for everyone. For a second, there's silence. She smiles hopefully. They can all share, live peacefully. Centipede snaps. He lunges at her furious. You mocking me? The blade flashes. In half a second, Yahello slices across Centipede's injured hand. Centipede screams. Yahello flips the cutter into a reverse grip and moves in again. Centipede blocks the strike. Yahello goes for his throat. Centipede's bigger. He drives a kick into Yahello's stomach. Yahello flies back. The girl crashes down with him. Bleeding, Yahello pushes himself up and walks toward him. Centipede sneers. First time anyone's pissed me off this much. One kick, and Yahello feels ribs crack. Centipede starts stomping on his leg. Pain explodes through him. How'd you kill that zombie so easy? Centipede demands. Not telling. Yahello says, then you're dead. The stomping continues. He says eventually Yahello will talk. The girl just watches. Yahello lets it happen. He wants her to see what this world really is, but the cost is high. Finally, he gasps for him to stop. Says he'll explain. Centipede tells him to hurry. If he cooperates, he'll make the death less painful. Yahello spits blood in his face. Wrong move. Centipede slams him into the wall and kicks him again. Stomps him, punches his jaw, tells him to die. This lesson is getting out of hand. Then it shifts. The little girl lashes out, striking Centipede across the neck. He turns furious. What do you think you're doing? He shoves her hard. She hits the ground. He grabs the box cutter and roars. They're both going to die. But time's up. Yahello swings a stick into the back of his neck. Centipede collapses. Yahello can barely stand. The girl stares at the spreading red on the floor. Did I kill him? Yahello rests a hand on her shoulder. She did what she had to. That man was evil. Confused, she asks why he treated her so harshly, when she only tried to help. He tells her Centipede isn't dead. Her face lights up. Then they should save him. Yahello shoves her aside. He drags her out of the room, calls her unbelievably naive, and slams the door. She drives him crazy, and now that bastard's trashed his room too. He grabs Centipede by the leg and drags him to the window. One kick. The body drops into the street like garbage. The zombies swarm. A feast. Centipede wakes just in time to realize what's happening. Outside, Yahello mutters. He was lucky he didn't cut his limbs off first. A noise pulls his attention. Across the street, a guy hangs from a building, trying to avoid the zombies below. He's slipping, shaking, begging them to leave him alone. Yahello calls out, anyone else alive in there? The guy says he's the last one. They held the door until someone let go. The zombies got in. Everyone died. He begs to join the convenience store. Yebei refuses. If he doesn't move soon, he'll end up like the guy on the ground. The survivor looks down, sees centipede being eaten. He swallows, gathers his nerve, and jumps to the next ledge. He moves like a parkour pro, balancing on a railing and running across it. Yebei watches, almost disappointed the zombies didn't finish the nightclub crew. Time passes. The horde still lingers outside. The window's broken. Yebei opens his bedroom door. The little girl is still there. "Didn't I tell you to go bathe?" he snaps. She glances inside. The body's gone. "Don't stare," he says. "He's downstairs." She hesitates. Did he escape? He tells her the way he tossed that man outside. Only a god could have survived. She looks down, upset. Why kill him like that? Even bad people can change. Yebei slams the door above her head. "Are you that dense? After everything? In this apocalypse, he was always going to try to kill you." She repeats the word apocalypse like he's crazy. Says he doesn't know what he's talking about. He walks off. No point arguing. He might as well take another shower. She insists on talking, takes 2 steps, then collapses. He catches her just in time. He carries her to the bed, checks for bite marks. None. Probably a fever. There should be medicine somewhere in here. That explains why she's looked weak since the start. He finds a box. On top of the medicine sits a pink notebook. He flips through it. It's a donor list. Medical notes. He pieces it together. Yao Yuwer, 14 years old, leukemia. He lifts her shirt slightly and notices the bandages scattered across her skin. So many puncture marks. She's been receiving transfusions. Maybe that's why she's so desperate to help people. She's lived off their kindness. But the world she wants to save is gone. He checks his pocket. The apocalypse essences are still there. He has no idea if they'd help with something like this. Night falls. Zombies crowd the streets. But it's quiet. By morning, they stand motionless, staring toward the sun like something's holding their attention. Later, Yebel wakes up at the table, freezing. He must have fallen asleep. He feels eyes on him. Yao Yuwer stands behind the door. She's already up. He asks if she feels better. She hesitates. Before she answers, he tells her to make some coffee. As she turns, he stops her. "Pack tools and food. They're going to look for her father." She blinks. "They're really doing that?" "Yes," he says. "Her father went out for supplies. They can't just leave him out there." She protests. Her father told her to stay put. Be a good girl. Don't go looking for him. He asks how long he's been gone. "At least 3 days. How long does it usually take?" "Half a day." "Then think," he says. "Why hasn't he come back?" She snaps that 3 days ago he shouted he was on his way home. And since then, Ye Bei presses. Any other word? He could have been bitten, trapped, waiting for help. Shouldn't they try? She lowers her head. Her father said no matter what she wasn't to leave. Ye Bei stands, irritated. Calls her an idiot. Why was she ready to save a criminal but won't try to save her own father? He makes it clear this isn't a discussion. He could kill her and go alone. But she saved him. So finding her father is repayment. Stop whining. Grab your things. They're leaving. She rushes off, nearly tumbling down the stairs. These conversations exhaust him. Outside, the city lies in ruins. Zombies still stare skyward. Then an engine. A jeep rolls down the street behind them. These zombies really think they can stop a moving car with their arms. Yeah, good luck with that. They grab the hood and get flung aside. Back in the convenience store, Ye Bei stocks up on food, getting ready to leave. He glances back at Yao Yuer. "Why are you hiding? You done packing?" She looks small and gloomy. "And what are you wearing?" "We're not going to a party." He drops it. "Where are the instant noodles?" She hands them over. He eats while scanning the store, planning. Once that door opens, he'll need to clear zombies and find a working car. Then get her into it without her doing something reckless. That'll be the hard part. She's nibbling spicy sticks. He asks for one. She's still down from being scolded non-stop. Then someone approaches. In the next second, everything explodes inward. Shelves topple. Debris flies. Earthquake? Ye Bei mutters. No. A car has plowed halfway into the store. The door swings open. A bald, chubby man in military gear steps out laughing. Says he's lucky to find a convenience store. He kicks a zombie aside. Good zombie's a dead zombie. He strolls in, eyes lighting up at the snacks. Drops to a crouch, licking his lips. Jackpot. The city center was empty, so he tried this deserted block. Looks like it paid off. A box cutter flashes into view. Drop it, Ye Bei says. Last bug who came in got dealt with. I won't hesitate. The chubby guy reacts fast, hurls snacks at Ye Bei's face. Ye Bei blinks. The guy grabs what he can and sprints back to the car, slamming the door. Ye Bei appears at the window instantly. Filthy pig. Die. The blade presses close. I surrender, the guy blurts. That's when Yao Yururo tells Ye Bei to stop killing people. Both men stare at her. She fumbles out an explanation. If he dies, who pays for the damage to the store? Ye Bei studies her. The chubby man trembles. A slow grin spreads across Ye Bei's face. She's right. He tells the man the car covers the damage. Then he orders Yao Yururo to grab her bags. They're leaving. She agrees, then freezes. The crash has drawn a horde. Zombies pour down the street. The chubby guy panics. He just killed a bunch. Why are there more? Yao Yururo jumps into the car. Doors slam. Buckle up, the driver yells. He floors it. Zombies cling to the sides as the truck barrels forward, crushing everything in its path. He tears through the streets like he's in an action movie, even drifting corners like it's Fast and Furious. Drive straight. Ye Bei warns, or I'll open your neck. The driver argues they need to clear zombies or they won't get through. Ye Bei ignores him. Yao Yuer, where was your father heading? Fudong supermarket. That's what he said on the last call. The driver groans. That place is always packed. It must be crawling with zombies now. Stop whining, Yabe says. Drive, or you'll die there. They finally shake the horde. The chubby guy glances back. If it gets boring, I can turn on some music. Out on the road, things finally settle. A zombie lies in the street, a branch still clutched in its hand. It lifts an arm as the jeep approaches. The chubby driver doesn't slow down. He runs it over without blinking. He's blasting music, chewing candy, mowing through anything in front of him, clearly having the time of his life. Keep it down, Yabe says. I want to rest. Relax, the driver replies. This car's solid. Yabe raises the box cutter. You not listening? Silence. The driver slams the brakes. I didn't say stop, Yabe says. I said stop the noise. The driver swallows. We're out of gas. Both Yabe and Yaoyura shout in frustration. The driver apologizes. Forgot there weren't any gas stations nearby. He starts stuffing his face. If I'm dying full. Yaoyura hears something outside. A massive zombie looms at her window. They've stalled beside a park. A horde starts closing in. Even if the car holds, they'll be trapped. Then Yabe spots a machete behind the seat. Zombies slam against the windows. A door suddenly flies open, kicked off its hinges. Yabe steps out calmly. A zombie lunges. The machete flashes. One down. Inside, Yaoyura trembles. Yabe grins. Nice edge. Another zombie shuffles in. For amateurs like this is enough. Slash. Another drops. Two more come. He kicks one in the chest, pivots and cuts the other down. The driver watches stunned. Even Yaoyura stares in disbelief. Another big one collapses. Yabe taps the blade against the car. Out. The driver shakes his head. Stay in there and you'll die anyway, Yabe says. Other cars are around. Maybe we can siphon fuel. While Yabe handles the zombies, the driver's job is to get gas. After all that singing, he'd better know his way around a vehicle. Yabe tells Yaoyura to stay inside. Too dangerous. Then he gestures for the driver to follow. The man hesitates. Says he needs a moment. Too late. Yabe has already dropped another zombie. No fear at all. He slices through one more and calls back. Move. The driver suddenly remembers there are fuel canisters in the truck bed. He starts thinking maybe Yabe's worth keeping around. Yabe kills another and asks what he just said. The driver stammers. Shocked, that's all. If they wait a bit, he can refill the tank. Later, Yabe says, I need your help first. He opens his hand. A green pearl rests in his palm. These come from zombie brains. While I kill, you collect. The driver pales. He's never done anything like that. It's easy, Yabe says, demonstrating quickly. Got it? The driver grimaces. That's disgusting. I'd rather stay in the car. Go back and you'll end up minced. Yabe replies. How am I supposed to do it without a knife? Use your hands. Yabe steps forward and drops another zombie. The driver swallows hard, approaches the first corpse, then panics, runs back to the jeep, grabs a tool, mutters a prayer. No time. Yabe snaps, start collecting. The driver hovers over the body, sweating. It's not still alive, right? The chubby guy smacks the corpse and digs in. A small green crystal rolls into his palm. That's it? He stares at it, surprised. Easier than he expected. There really is something inside the skull. He never imagined a human head could produce this. Are these worth money? He asks. Shut up, Yabe replies. The guy starts wondering if this is why people turned into zombies. Maybe he should pocket a few. Meanwhile, Yabe cuts down another cluster. After a while, he calls it. That's enough. The ones farther out aren't worth it. This body's still untrained. It's harder than it should be. He turns back. How many? The chubby guy beams. A bunch. Says it's almost fun. Clean them, store them, then fill the tank. Time to move. Yabe checks on Yaoyura. Her condition's worse. He grabs her arm, calls her name. Her skin's burning. The fever's higher than before. He rummages through her bag. They took medicine and water earlier. The chubby guy leans in. What's wrong with her? Shut up. Pump the gas. After a while, the fever eases slightly. Maybe she overheated in the car, the driver suggests. Feeling better? Yahebai cuts him off with a glare. They already lost time because he pretended they were out of fuel. If he hides anything else, he's dead. The guy apologizes fast, says he won't lie again. Yaoyura stirs awake. They drive on. After a stretch of road, the driver glances over, compliments Yehebai's blade work, asks his name. Give yours first, Yehebai says. Yao Hang. I run a workshop in the city. That truck? A customer left it for repairs. Never came back once the apocalypse hit. Yehebai. Suddenly Zhao Hang slams the brakes. The truck skids. Yehebai grabs the seat to steady himself. What was that? The road's blocked. Ahead, wrecked vehicles burn across the entire stretch. No way through. Yaoyura is still trembling, but at least she's upright now. Yehebai studies the blockage. No way to reach the area where her father went. She just watches. Silent. There's another route, Zhao Hang says. Longer? Still going? Yes. But first we need better weapons. He asks if Zhao Hang knows an electrician or a weapons shop. Zhao Hang thinks, then nods. He knows someone. A blacksmith from his hometown. Skilled. That gets Yehebai's attention. Good chance he's alive. If not, his place should still have supplies. This machete? He made it. More materials means better gear. Worth it. Zhao Hang starts reminiscing about old times. Quiet. Yaoyura says softly. Yehebai's dozed off. They cross a bridge into another district. Zhao Hang steps out and stretches. Finally. Years may have passed, but the place hasn't changed much. Yahello eyes the area. This better be worth it. If not, you're getting buried here. First rule, clear the area before entering. He scans the zombies outside. Any of these look like your friend? Zhao Heng hesitates. Not sure. Then start collecting pearls. Yahello says. Wait. A voice calls from the car. Yao Yura steps forward. I want to help. Yahello tells Yao Yura she'll just faint or get bitten and slow them down. She insists she's fine now. She'll be careful. Zhao Heng grins. If she's brave, I'll dig. She can collect. Yahello's voice turns cold. If either of you gets bitten, I'll cut you down myself. Yao Yura notices. He says it like he wouldn't hesitate. Yahello moves in, carving through zombies. Zhao Heng cracks skulls and chats while Yao Yura drops the green pearls into a bag. From a nearby building, someone watches through binoculars. A man with a cigarette, eyes dark with irritation. Another man enters. Brother Lu. Lu snaps without turning. Knock next time. A rookie outside trembles. What is it? Lu asks. They're in the blacksmith shop next door. 3 of them. One guy's killing zombies alone. He's strong. Lu says he saw them already. Why bother him? The rookie stammers. This one's different. Lu thinks, then gestures. A girl brings him instant noodles. He tosses the pack to the rookie. Eat. Report properly after. The rookie beams. Brother Lu's amazing. Lu idly strokes the girl beside him. She looks exhausted, starving, and drops to her knees. Get the chubby one out of there, Lu orders. Gather everyone. Finish the rest. Whoever does gets rewarded. Back at the shop, the zombies are down. 1 pearl left. Ye Bei tells Zhao Heng to check the perimeter while he looks inside. He kicks the door open. A full blacksmith workshop. He scans the room. Anvil, tools, racks of weapons. The forge is still burning. Someone was here recently. Zhao Heng says the place looks intact, but he has no clue where his friend went. Bring pearls and scrap from the cars. Ye Bei says. Sharpen your blade. Why not just grab one of these? Zhao Heng gestures at the finished weapons on the wall. In a week they'll be useless. Zhao Heng's eyes widen. He gets it. Ye Bei's forging something new. Move. Ye Bei snaps. Bring the pearls. Zhao Heng mutters about him being hot-tempered. Yao Yura asks what she should do. The forge roars. Pistons pump. Mechanics first skill. Construction. Ye Bei slides a steel tube into the fire and starts hammering. Zhao Heng watches, impressed. Someone this young knows blacksmithing? Pour the pearls into the cup. Ye Bei orders. Zhao Heng obeys. The pearls melt in the fire, turning into a glowing green liquid. An aura rises from it, almost magical. Ye Bei slices open a bottle of strawberry juice and pours it into the molten mix. The liquid fuses together. He coats the blade with it. The metal absorbs the glow. Then he hammers again. The ringing echoes outside. Brother Lu's group hears it. The rookie looks terrified. A sharp-jawed man smirks. Easy resources. A long-haired guy says the real prize is time with Heguan. A man in a polo shirt cautions them. If Brother Luo wants this guy dead, there's a reason. Better wait until night when their guard drops, then strike. Inside, Ye Bei keeps forging. The design looks almost futuristic, mechanical, precise. Zhao Heng starts wondering if this kid came from some top engineering university. Ye Bei finishes one piece and immediately starts another. He pulls the first part from the water. Zhao Heng whistles. That electric pattern's sick. Ye Bei just smiles. Materials are ready. Time to show what a mechanic can really do. Yao Yura sets noodles on the table, quietly happy just being near him. She feels safe. Suddenly a hand clamps over her mouth. The long-haired creep drags her back, saying he's taking her somewhere else. Inside, Ye Bei has just finished sharpening the blade. He locks it into a mechanical frame and sets it down. Zhao Heng stares. I've only seen stuff like that in movies. Ye Bei connects 2 cables. Time to power it up. The weapon hums to life, glowing green. Even with the generator sputtering, it holds. Second-order sword, Ye Bei says. Done. Zhao Heng wants one too. Then they hear Yao Yura scream. They rush outside straight into Brother Lu's gang. Yao Yura hangs limp in one man's arms. Ye Bei's face darkens. The bald leader tells him to drop the weapon, or the girl dies. Ye Bei raises his arm instead. One slash. A shockwave tears through the ground and splits the man in 2. Another tries to flee. Where do you think you're going? A second slash. Metal parts like paper. Panic erupts. They scatter. Behind them, Ye Bei has already made his first headless knight. One of the men yells to drop the girl, if they want to live. The kidnapper refuses. If they don't run, Brother Lu will kill them later. A lightning arc slices past their faces. Ye Bei walks forward, calm. Then Zhao Heng shouts, another horde is coming from behind. These zombies move faster than before, like something changed them. Zhao Heng freezes. What now? Ye Bei grips the blade and charges. Green arcs flash. Zombies fall one after another. Zhao Heng watches in awe as Ye Bei cuts through them in a storm of strikes. But the 2 kidnappers are getting away. They're heading for that building. Zhao Heng yells. Obviously, Ye Bei points. Stop staring. Take the car and chase. Zhao Heng scrambles into the jeep and speeds off. Behind him, Ye Bei keeps carving through the horde. Saving the damsel falls to Zhao Heng now. The fleeing men hear an engine roar. Zhao Heng barrels toward them. They leap onto a bus blocking the entrance to their base. He brakes hard. The bus seals the doorway. He steps out, unsure what to do. Inside, more men watch from the windows. Just one chubby guy? Easy. They step off the bus and warn him to leave the car, or they'll roast everyone inside that building. Zhao Heng snorts. come try. A guy in a cap rushes him, bragging he's killed more people than Zhao Hang's eaten chickens. Bold claim, given Zhao Hang's size. Zhao Hang braces himself. You're asking to die. A green crescent flashes past him. The attacker splits in half. The bus behind him cracks open too. Zhao Hang blinks. Yebei's already here. Zombies cleared. Move, Yebei says. We're saving her. He swings again, and the bus splits clean in two. Behind the pillars, more men prepare to charge. Yebei walks straight into the open. One throws a knife. He senses it, blocks it midair, and answers with a slash. Another body drops. From behind a stack of crates, someone hurls a Molotov. Yebei sidesteps it like he's dancing and answers with a green crescent slash. A gunshot cracks. The bullet barely misses. He moves like Neo dodging in slow motion. Brother Lu watches from above, impressed. Says Yebei's brilliant. Asks how he got so strong. Offers him a drink. Claims he appreciates talent. Yebei raises his blade instead. Luo gestures toward Yahello Yuer. Don't move. She's sleeping peacefully. Next second she could be dead. He says he's treating Yebei politely, so he should stop posturing, or they can test whether a bullet's faster than a sword. Yebei studies him in silence. Zhao Hang whispers, asking what the plan is. They've got guns. Yebei suddenly smiles, says he agrees to talk. He's working on something big, and needs manpower. If Luo gathers everyone, he'll give them a chance. Luo narrows his eyes. Does he really want to speak to everyone? Fine, they'll welcome him. Zhao Hang mutters that this is insane. Facing all of them alone? Armed? If you're scared, leave, Yebei says calmly. Zhao Hang trembles, but says if Yebei's going in alone, he's going too. No regrets. Yebei thinks the guy's a pain. The lackeys escort him inside. Soon he stands in a room packed with Luo's entire crew. Luo welcomes him, says every healthy person within 15 kilometers is here. He's the leader. Luo Sheng. What's your name? What help do you need? Yebei. He says he remembers Luo Sheng. Asks if he knows how this disaster started. Luo stiffens. How does Yebei know him? And the origins of all this? Yebei compliments him for seeing the signs early and stockpiling supplies. Mentions his likely plan to form the Nether Dragon Association. Luo's confusion deepens. That name was shared with only a few people. How does this kid know? Yebei produces a green pearl. Says he suspects Luo's more interested in this. Luo grows impatient. Tells him to stop playing games and talk. Yebei pauses, then lays it out. Maybe it started with a virus carried by birds from overseas. Maybe it was a population-controlled bioweapon. Or maybe an alien meteor brought something unknown. He figures Luo has heard all three theories. That's why he relocated people from the city center to this isolated base. Luo nods. He knows a little more about the virus than most. He pulls 2 pearls from his pocket. Says he still doesn't understand why they form inside zombie brains. But he suspects Yebei's big project and that sword are connected. Yebei confirms it. He'll need assistance though. Luo agrees on one condition. He wants to see the sword first. Yebei starts to lift it. Luo reminds him about the girl beside him. No one wants a tragic ending. Yebei pauses, then hands it over. A lackey grabs it and nearly collapses. Says it's impossibly heavy. Luo scoffs and tries himself. He can't even lift it. He laughs dryly. Today's full of surprises. Go on, Luo says. Explain. Yebei tells them the truth. When someone gets infected, a pearl begins forming in their brain. At first it's dark. The longer it remains inside a zombie, the more energy it absorbs. That energy adapts well to the human body. It can also forge weapons far stronger than anything ordinary steel can offer. Luo leans forward, intrigued. If it adapts to the body, can we consume them? Keep getting stronger? Yebei says it's possible to consume the pearls, but most people turn into zombies. Luo asks what happens to the ones who don't. Watch. Yebei says, I'll show you. Step 1, activation. He connects 2 power cables. Green energy surges across the room. Generators spark, then explode into flame. Blackout. What did you do? Luo shouts. In the same breath, Yebei grabs the sword and lunges. The first strike misses. Luo fires back. Yebei slips past the shot. He tightens his grip and cuts clean through the man. The trembling leader realizes too late. He underestimated him. The Nether Dragon gang dies here, Yebei says coldly. In another timeline you'd build weapons. Build a slavery system. Become infamous. Not this time. Another slash, more bodies fall apart. The floor's wrecked. Blood everywhere. Yebei glances at Yao Yuer, still unconscious. Relief softens his face. He brushes her hair back gently. The world's cruel enough. She doesn't need to see this. A figure appears in the doorway. Zhao Hang, the coward who ran earlier. He steps in with a flashlight. Stunned. You wiped them all out? Yes. Yebei picks up a weapon from the floor. Objective complete. Wait, Zhao Hang asks. We came all this way for that? Not for Yuer? In this world, Yebei says, weapons evolve. They're more dangerous than ever. Zhao Hang's curious what it'll become. He even praises Yebei's trick, tossing pearls into the generator, to cause the chaos. Clever. A bottle suddenly clinks against the floor. They turn. A girl lies collapsed nearby, begging them not to kill her. Zhao Hang blurts out why there's a damsel in distress here. She says Luke Shang captured her. She's been living as a slave, suffering daily. She has nothing to do with the gang. Yebei asks if she knows where Luke hid the rest of his supplies. She nods, offers to lead them. As they walk, Zhao Hang asks where she's from. Eastern City. she replies. They stop at an elevator. Storage rooms on the 6th floor. Yabe tells Zhao Hang to stay with Yor. He'll check the storage with the girl. Back in the wreckage, a wounded lackey crawls through the bodies. He sees Luke Shang sliced in half. His eyes land on a pearl. He remembers Yabe calling it black metal energy. Remembers Luke Shang eating it might turn someone into a god. With no options left, he swallows it. His pupils shrink. Veins bulge. He convulses in agony as thunder crashes outside. Yao Yor wakes. Rain pours beyond the windows. She asks where they are. Zhao Hang tells her to relax. She was kidnapped, but they saved her. Yabe returns, noticing she's awake. Find anything? Zhao Hang asks. Yes, but moving it will take until tomorrow. And the girl? She ran. Yabe says, soon as we reach the storage. Strange in this rain. He brushes it off. Forget her. They need rest. After this storm, the streets will be packed with zombies. Elsewhere, a girl showers quietly. A man's voice echoes outside the door. She didn't mutate, and she's in his house. Nothing's free. He rattles the handle, says aside from her body, she has nothing to offer. She screams for help. He laughs. With rain like this, no one can hear her. Then the door cracks open on its own. He freezes and steps out to check what just happened. The man outside the shower makes a fatal mistake. A scream echoes. The girl peeks out. He's been slammed into the wall by a massive creature. She shrieks. The monster stands there staring at her. It reaches out. She backs away, begging it not to come closer. It pauses, catches its reflection in the mirror, then collapses, clutching its head. I'm not a monster. It pounds the floor, asking why it turned into this. Shaken, the blonde asks who he is. He says he was shot. Then he swallowed a zombie pearl. His body started mutating. She's confused. People turn into this by eating the black metal pearls. He says someone named Yabe told him. Took the pearl from a monster's head. Her eyes sharpen. He mentioned Yabe. Suddenly bold, she demands to know where he is. The creature says Yabe recently arrived in the southern city and slaughtered everyone in a building. The blonde Ruoxi from the beginning smiles coldly. She wants to kill Yabe. The monster shakes his head. Impossible. Yabe is too strong. Ruoxi says she's in this state because of him. They're enemies. She studies the creature. If he killed a man instantly, isn't he strong too? He says he feels powerful, but can't control it well. Then he asks if she's afraid of him. Ruoxi laughs like she's lost her mind. She runs a hand along his arm. You're strong, she says. Help me kill Yabe, and I'll give you whatever you want. She doesn't seem bothered he's a giant monster. He lifts her up, excited. Then I'll help you kill him. She smiles. The plan's set, but his body trembles. Something's wrong. He drops to his knees screaming. Night passes. Morning comes. Yabe gears up. In the warehouse they find more instant noodles, cigarettes, drinks. He straps the devilish sword to his back. Supplies are packed. Time to move. They head downstairs. Zhao Hang freezes. Something's crushed the car roof. Looks like a meteor strike. He panics, nearly in tears. We can't even open it. Yabe studies the damage. Too severe for just a storm. Move. One slash. The roof splits clean off. The truck's now a convertible. Mirrors intact. Looks factory made. They climb in. The engine still runs. Guess we're finding her father now. Zhao Hang asks. Yes. They roll out. Zhao Hang grins. Convertible Apocalypse Edition. Not bad. Then zombies notice them. Off to the side, a girl and several students sprint from a horde. Yabe recognizes them. His former classmates. Still alive. They're screaming for help. One clumsy girl trips. Zombies close in. A green crescent slices through the air. The horde falls apart. The students stare in shock. Then they see Yabe walking toward them. He smiles. Didn't expect to see you again. They thank him frantically. Thought they were dead. The blonde guy stares. How did you get this strong? Yabe ignores that. Where are you heading? They explain after fleeing the school. They heard about a camp forming on an island. Many died on the way. One spots the car. Can we get a ride? Another girl steps forward, starving. Do you have any food? Yao Yura watches quietly. Seeing how desperate they look, Zhao Hang mutters that they're probably more interested in his car than anything else. Yabe raises his hand. Quiet. The car's low on gas. He can't take them far. And before they ask for a ride, they owe him a favor. The ex-classmates nod eagerly. They'll do anything. Yabe smiles. Zhao, explain the rules. Zhao lights up, suddenly in charge. Yabe walks toward the remaining zombies. I'll clear them. You handle cleanup. The students blink in confusion. Zhao hands out tools and demonstrates how to extract the pearls. It's easy. One girl faints on the spot. Yao Yura calmly explains the skulls are soft. It's not hard to pull them out. The others stare at her, wondering what kind of life made her this steady. Zhao keeps distributing tools, warning them not to get bitten. The blonde guy whispers, curious why the green dancer wants these pearls so badly. Yao Shui keeps cutting down zombies while they collect. 2 hours later, the sack is full. Yao Shui tells them to pass out some food. Zhao Hang snaps. He doesn't like Yao Shui giving away supplies without asking. The students beg. The chubby guy refuses to hand over even crumbs. Then something lands on the car frame with a metallic crunch. The fully mutated monster stands there, the one from earlier. Yao Shui recognizes it immediately. An ability user who's evolved. Run, he shouts. A slash nearly takes his arm off. He leaps back and sends out a green crescent. The monster dodges. It's not mindless. It's thinking. Slow clapping echoes. Ruoxi steps forward. The low-cut queen herself. Yebai's eyes darken, the students gape. Class rep, Ruoxi says she survived by any means necessary, just to see Yebai D. She orders the monster to kill him. Yebai can't understand why it's siding with her. The monster charges. He has no choice but to fight. Yaoyu calls his name. A fireball slams between them. On the rooftop stands another figure, a long-haired flame-wreathed creature. Cut to a ship at sea. A man smokes a cigar, saying life's peaceful out here. This was the end of episode 1. Subscribe to not miss the next part.